happening, everybody? It's your man, Wendell B. Check it out. I wanted to take the time out and give to my fans
lost the one I knew somewhere along the way when I lost you. Every time I wake up,
Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy Mike 36 and I am the main producer, primary producer for the one and only the boss, Wendell B. I also call him Pops. Man's been like a pops to me for a long, long time. And I got a story to tell. We all got a story to tell, so give us some time and listen in, alright?
What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown. I'm the boss's fourth youngest brother, next to the youngest. Mike Brown, Dirty Red.
My name is Booker T. Brown Jr. I'm Wendell B's oldest brother.
My name is Anthony Brown Sr. I am the brother of Wendell Brown, or better known as Wendell B. Grew up with him. He's a year older than I am. That's my big brother.
I'm DeAndre Brown, Wendell B. youngest brother.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm Ron Jones. I'm Wendell B's personal assistant and road manager for the last 17 years.
So, my name is Jahadi White, former NBA player, cousin of Wendell B. Him and I started Cuzzo Records together. That's why it's called Cuzzo, because it's cousin. So I'm co-owner with Wendell B of Cuzzo Records.
What's up, everybody? I am Playboy Dig. I hold the distinction of being the first artist signed to Cuzzo.
What up, y'all? It's your boy True. What I mean to the Cuzzo family, it's my family, you know what I mean? I am Cuzzo music. Like I said, it's these boys right here, Chop Shop, you know what I'm saying? Born and bred, straight out of St. Louis and DC, Peoria, Illinois. Shout out to Diggy, shout out to Dope. We did some really incredible things.
Who am I is a loaded question, but I'll keep it basic. I am Stacey Cade, and I am the queen of Cuzzo, baby. That's who I am.
What's up, y'all? My name is Tony B. Wendell's road manager for 30 plus years. Love that guy to death, man.
How you guys doing, huh? I'm DJ Godfather from the station right here, Magic 93.3. I got a show every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I come up in here and wake up the world with Southern Soul, Blues, and Zydeco. And you know, I'm here to talk about a very good friend of mine, the boss, Wendell B.
Pleasure of having in the studio with me the man himself, Mr. Wendell B. Hi, Wendell. How are you?
Hey, Miss Sunshine. How are you, baby?
I am just wonderful. And you know what? Thank you for taking the time to reach out to me today.
Hey, it is all to the good. And, you know, thank you and 106 for supporting some Wendell B.
Look, honey, let me stop. Who wouldn't?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No doubt. But listen, on a serious note, I want to talk about Wendell B.
Let's get it in.
Let's go back to a name that we talked about earlier, Wendell Brown.
That's right.
Let's talk about Wendell Brown for a moment.
Wendell Brown, a guy from the STL. A lot of y'all may not know what that is. That's St. Louis, Missouri.
Man, growing up with the boss, we had a typical inner city, urban life. Parents from the South, mom's Mississippi, dad Alabama. So, those Southern values were in the household. But growing up with the boss, hey, I was the younger brother. I was one of the younger brothers. And he was protective. And I guess I could say the one thing that I really remember is that dude always knew what he wanted to do from childhood, and he was driven to do that by any means necessary.
Me and Wayne grew up together. So as soon as he come home from the hospital, I guess we was part of the same team.
Growing up with the boss, very eventful. We had a lot of good times. Listen, I'm talking about big wheels, ping pong tables, racetracks, Evel Knievel's, singing in the choir, putting motors in cars. We did it all. Wynn was he was a very tenacious fellow. Anytime you told him he couldn't, he was gonna do it. Very driven. And that's what I remember about my brother the most. He was always going to let you know who he was, and you're going to see him coming. And when he's gone, you're going to talk about him after you met him. So he was a very influential type, big time personality. And that was my big brother.
First time I met Wynn was in high school, actually. He was going to Beaumont. But him and his cousin Don was, kind of messing around, singing in the halls, and he came over to Northwest to finish his high school years up, and that's when we met. We was all, I had a little group, we was wobbling around trying to do things, but Wynn was coming in and he was knocking everybody out the box when it came to music and the competition in St. Louis.
I met Wendell back in 1993. I was a part of a rap group called The Future, started by one DJ Captain, who was very, very close friends, like play cousins with Wendell B. He and I linked up at that point. He liked my work, he liked what I did, and he told me way back then that one day he was gonna start a label and that he was gonna sign me. And so true to his word, that's what happened.
All right, check this out. First time I met him, first time I met the boss, Wendell B, 2002. I was producing back home in Dallas with a local group, and I've also done some work with Stacy Cade probably 2 or 3 years before I met Wendell B. So, my boy Curtis, shout out to Curtis, he's from St. Louis. He went back home when he was living in Dallas, and he met Wendell and the Cuzzo family. And from there, he hit me back, was like, hey, there's this company here looking for production. They need R&B producers. And the main guy name is Wendell B. He wants the production for his whole crew. Boom, bet. He hit me up. I get on the phone with him. Boom, 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 blah, blah, blah. You want to come out to St. Louis? They flew me out. Presented them on a couple of tracks. They love it. And the following month, I'm there. Producing, writing for a various amount of artists on the Cuzzo family label. Stacy, Kadav, Real, can go on and on. Chop Shop, all my peoples. And they're breaking me off, and shout out to Jihadi White, that's my boy, because he was a co-founder with Wendell B, and they took care of me. So that was our initial meeting.
It was like Thanksgiving holidays was coming up, me and my wife, we went over to her sister's for Thanksgiving in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. So while me and my brother-in-law, we in there watching the ball game, the Dallas Cowboys, and you know, Thanksgiving, they was in the kitchen, you know, getting dinner ready and everything. But my sister-in-law, Sheila, had this music playing, and I'm like, was grooving with it, you know? I'm like, wow, this sounding great. So I hollered in there. I said, Sheila, who is this you got playing out here? She screamed, hollered back out there and said, that's Wendell. I'm like, Wendell? She said, yeah, Wendell B. You never heard of Wendell B? I'm like, wow, I have heard that name somewhere. I have heard that name somewhere. So I was sitting there listening to it, some more of it, watching the ball game. Then it hit me. It came to me. That day at the radio station in the program director's office. Those CDs was at my house. I could not wait to get back home to find them CDs and start listening to that music.
So I would skip my last period class, Miss Reynolds. I'm sorry, Miss Reynolds, but I'm still doing my thing. And, you know, I ended up having to go over to another high school, you know, because I didn't graduate on time. But I ain't ashamed of that because I kept on my grind and my class, I represent them right now all over the world. You know, I was missing 2 credits. So me and my cousin Don, in which we were at rehearsal in my group, the Sensational Wonders, the second set of Sensational Wonders, and we were at rehearsal one night, and Don walked up to me and he said, Wayne, hey, I gotta do summer school. And I looked at him, I said, Steve, me too. So,
you know, the thing about Wynn, he's a very serious-minded person, especially when it comes to his craft. You know, going into his independent state, you know, I really got a chance to see both sides of him, the real deep business side, because I remember when we first talked, he told me he was getting ready to change the music game. And I told him, I said, look, I ain't no fool, I know what you do. But on the other hand, what a lot of people didn't know about Wynn is he had a real goofy, funny side, you know what I'm saying? He was just a down-to-earth person. I mean, he'd change the oil, change the motor in the car, change tires. He even helped me move the ex-girlfriend one time. And she was so shocked, she was like, how did you get him to come help you move my furniture around? Like I said, he's just a regular dude, just a funny, you know, hard-loving guy, man.
there was a auto body shop in the hood called Earl Shide. Everybody from St. Louis know what Earl Shide is. But anyway, you could take your car there and get it painted for cheap. So rest in peace to my uncle, James. Wynn had got, it was like a 76 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Got it from my uncle, which was one of several, man. We got so many stories, but in respect of time, I'll keep it moving. So yeah, he got the car from my Uncle James, rest in peace. And the car was light metallic blue when Wendell took possession of it. But you know, he had to put his own twist on it, so he took it to Earl Shide and got it painted midnight blue. So the funny part of this story is, you know, it's like Nelly and them was talking about Natural Bridge and Kings Highway. That was a big intersection on the north side. So, man, we picked the car up. Wynn pulls over on the White Castle lot and jumps out the car and said, hey man, you gonna drive home from here. And you could just imagine, I'm like, man, this a big Cadillac, you know what I'm saying? So you know, I can't punk out. It's like, all right. So we switch seats, man, and I'm whipping it, man. I'm doing good. I'm keeping it in the lanes. Ain't got driver's license the first, y'all. So we finally get home. And so we went around to the back, and we were gonna come through the alley and park in the backyard. And so, man, I guess I'm feeling comfortable, like I really got control of this big Cadillac, man. So I come up the alley, man, and I swing wide, and bink, hit the pole. Man, I felt so bad, man, but big bro, he was like, man, don't worry about it, man. We'll go to the junkyard and get another bumper. That's a funny story I'll always remember with Win.
Well, me and Wendell, we were all hustlers in the sense of young men that had to work for whatever we got. This story here until me and Wendell did a motor job on a car, and we did the motor job, and it was time to get paid. We had finished up and everything, so oh boy wrote us a check apparently, and we go around the Snooks to cash the check. And so I parked the car and I told Win, I said, come on, let's go in here and cash this check. And he was always a professional when it came down to his music career, so he didn't want to go in Snooks out of fear somebody would see him in mechanic attire. So he sent me in by myself, and that's when I knew. I said, this here cat is about the business.
Yeah, so one Christmas, like I said, Win and I, a year apart, grew up together, rode the big wheels and everything. But anyway, one Christmas, we were big race car fans with the tracks, the remote controls, and the race cars. And my mom had gone out and bought a racetrack for us. So Win and I couldn't wait until Christmas. We found out she hid it behind the bar in the basement. And once we got a bead on that, we ended up going down, opening up the racetrack before Christmas. So we thought what we'd do was just get one track and put it out and put the cars out on the track and just, spin the cars, just, make sure they work. So when Christmas Day came, we could put the whole track up and we played with our race car track. Well, sure enough, we went down behind the bar one too many times. And we burnt the cars up on that one track. So come Christmas Day, we put the whole track together, man. And the cars just sat there and burned up on the track. And the track wouldn't work. And that's something me and Wayne kept till we were grown men. We never told my mother what was going on with the racetrack issue, but that was something that me and Wayne, we pretty much took into our adulthood, man. And that's just the way we used to get down and play together. And that was one funny moment I do remember from my big brother.
Well, Wendell and myself lived together. The entire time of that Good Times album, and we all both live in DC. So one thing about Wendell is he will teach you what loyalty is to the maximum. So one thing with Wendell, anywhere I go, Wendell's coming with me. So one time, Wendell don't drink, he don't smoke, but I took him out to a club. We out of the club, and this time I'm playing for the Wizards. So one of my teammates' friends happened to be there with us. And actually the entire team was there, and they was behind the rope in VIP. I'm not a VIP type of guy. Wendell's not either, so we just chilling. We see this guy keep messing with my teammate's friend. Now my teammate just happened not to be there that day, but his friend was with us. And I'm seeing in the corner of my eye, this guy keeps kind of trying to punk him. So I'm watching it, I ain't paying it no mind, I'm letting it go. But by the fourth time, I couldn't take it no more. So I grabbed the guy by the neck and about to swing on him. And before I even try to swing on him, Wendell jumps out. I don't know where he jumped from. It straight tackles the dude. Boom! Tackle him to the floor, right? And then now all my teammates come out from VIP and all that, and they ready to go too. but the bouncers harried up, you know, got the guy, got us off of him, and got the guy out of there. And one thing about the bouncers, they knew me, they knew Wendell, because we, you know, he was always with me. And they knew that we not trouble starters, we don't get down like that. But that just showed me how quickly, like, Wendell got, if he loyal, he got you back to 100%.
Ooh. Y'all think that man had a temper? Or could get about it? Check this out. True story. He got a show in Texarkana with Godfather. Godfather remembered this story too. So I'm coming in there with my girl at the time. She's my wife now, but she's my girl then. And we walk up in there. He's already there. They're already getting ready for the show and stuff. He about to go on stage at least 5 minutes before he goes on stage. And some dude is trying to get at my girl. I'm not paying attention. I'm talking to Pop. You know, what we gonna do? You ready to do this? Blah, blah, blah. And he's just staring. Y'all know how big he is. Staring. I'm like, yo, Pops, what's wrong? Yo, son. Why this motherfucking nigga over there talking to your gal? I'm like, what you? I didn't even know. I wasn't paying attention. Y'all better go get this motherfucker before I crack his ass over his head. Mess with my son's gal. He was protective, very, very protective. Godfather said, "Whoa, yo, Six, no, we got a show. Yo, Six, talk to Pops." I'm like, hey, he saw something I didn't see. He about to go ham on this dude. Then we had to calm him down. Nothing happened. The dude actually saw our father. He came over and apologized. You know, that was big of him. Pretty cool. Appreciate it. But yeah, that was about to be, woo, y'all about to see that in the news in Texarkana. He's about to kill somebody. But he had my back. Appreciate that.
Y'all, God been good to a big old boy. But I've been on my grind for a long time, y'all, long time. Thank you for all the awards and nominees and all the different things that you guys have been showing the boss Wendell B. I appreciate you. My push is for you.
Favorite Wendell B song? 3-6, you dirty dog. That's tough for me, man. I probably could give you a top 10, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to give you an honest answer. That song, that when it's on, I have to listen to it all the way through. And to me, it would be Keep It Real from the Love, Life, and Relationships album. A lot of people don't know this, but Win had another song, Big Dub I call him. He had another song called Mothers Keep It Real when he was on Mercury Records. That was a good song too. But you asked for one and I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna say Keep It Real from the Love, Life, Relationships album.
My favorite song is I Ain't Never Been Down Like That. Reason being is because I think it's his most vulnerable song. I think it's probably, in my opinion, his most groovy song. Just deep grooves in the song, jamming. I think Mike 360 did an amazing job on that production. And I don't know, when I hear that song, I get in my feels a little bit. So that's my favorite song.
Yeah, Mike, you put me on the spot with the favorite song, man, because I you know, being his assistant, man, for so many years we traveled, man, and on tracks, I played so many of his tracks over the years. It's really hard. It's almost an unfair advantage for me to pick a song, but if I had to pick a song that I think that resonates, and when I get the full feel of Wendell B, his vocals, there's two that come to mind. One is Stepping Out, We're Stepping Out Tonight, and the other one is Anything. because those two songs, they just resonate to me a lot about how he felt about people. He was a people person. He wanted to touch his crowd. He wanted his crowd to touch him. And on that cut, anything, he just really touched on the true essence, man, of, you know, just how, you know, what he would actually do to keep his woman happy, to keep his relationship happy. So he spoke for a lot in both those songs to me.
Favorite song? That's hard. Wendell had so many classics, so many hits. I would say the first one that pops in my mind is Mama Told Me My Ex.
Man, my favorite record that
I don't know, it's just so, it was so catchy. I think that was one of the first
out of the 800 that we brought in.
Yeah.
I know.
That,
my favorite is the one that he sung at my wedding.
Just on
Somebody Loves Me True.
I remember the hook.
I mean, I remember when we made the record,
I would have to say that.
I just had this piano part in my head. It's real, if y'all know the song, y'all know what I'm saying. It's real jazzy, real instrumental. It's like, it's a beautiful record. And I was just playing the keys. And he was like, I like that. Let's make a record around that. So I'm like, all right, Pops, give me like 2 hours. I have the whole track done. He went upstairs, chilling. Let me get down there, work it out. Came out exactly like I wanted to.
My favorite Wendell B song, Somebody Loves Me True. He actually wrote that song for me and my current wife, because Wen had been around through the trials and tribulations that I had in my first marriage, and he saw that she genuinely made me happy. So he said, T-Bone, I wrote something for you, man. And when I heard it, man, it takes a big guy to say this, but I actually cried, and I appreciate him for that.
Caught up in depression. There's way more than that, but that caught up in depression, when I put it on, man, it just do something to me.
Listen, y'all, I'm not getting on here to just say anything right now, or just, I'm on here right now. I'm in Mansfield, Louisiana. I'm here. I'm in my hotel room sitting here kicking it, y'all, and kind of in a bad place right now, but I do know that God will work out anything.
Yeah, so my brother, in many conversations we would have, he'd be on the road, he'd come home, you know, we'd speak about him not really feeling well from time to time, and probably early 2023, he finally just had to give me a call, and he told us he was coming home. Unfortunately for me, I have, I guess you could say, contacts in the health system, and we felt like, you know, the minute we got him here in St. Louis, laid eyes on him, you know, we just felt like we needed to get him some care.
When I found out Wendell was sick, it really, you know, I didn't know how bad, you know. But when I found out it was cancer, I'm like, oh my God, my dog, man, I hope he pull this out, you know.
I think the day that really changed my life, man, is when I found out that Wen was sick. He called a family meeting to his mother's house, and when I walked in, all the brothers were there, and Mom was there, and his lady friend was there. And when I walked in, he was sitting down, and he looked up at me with this look on his face. I mean, his face was just white, you know, just ghostly white. And I walked over to him, and he grabbed my hand. And when he grabbed my hand, he started talking and telling us exactly what it was that the doctors found. And it's just like electricity went through my body at that point. My whole life has been different ever since then.
I found out about Wendell's illness probably about 6 months to a year before his actual passing. Wendell had a way of, because he and I were friends long before we ever did music together. So he had a way of answering his phone and then not answering his phone. So when I figured out he wasn't answering his phone, I had called him a few times. It was kind of like, okay, something's going on with him, right? And then after a while, his brother kind of told me like, yeah, you know, he's taken ill. You know, we think he has cancer and this, that, and the third. And so then I understood even more why he wasn't picking up the phone. But yeah, about 6 months to a year before he passed.
It was sometime in 2022. I would call him and I would always start out with what's going on or what's shaking. He would say, "Oh man, ain't nothing shaking." He said, "If I could shake it, it would have been shook." And he would always lead off with that kind of shucking and jiving kind of a spirit. And it got to a point where you would call him and say, "Oh man, I ain't feeling too good today, B. My stomach hurting or this," and you know, his spirit had kind of changed. As when we first got an indication that he wasn't his old self.
When I found out about Wendell's illness, I'm gonna say about a year before, he came to Houston and picked me up. We had a show in Dallas, Texas, and he was telling me about all the complications that he was having and some of the issues. Like, dude, you need to get that checked out. So he made a phone call to his brother Anthony, and they made some appointments, and that's when he was diagnosed.
Really wasn't that serious till later on in life, and he would call me, you know, something going on with Pops, you know, I gotta go get this, I got this, that, I gotta handle this up, but he was always on the road. Shows. So the time he was in the hospital or doing checkups, he really was devoted to his craft and to his fans. He wanted to be on that road, getting that show money, touching his fans, you know, singing to the crowds. And I just remember one day I was on my way to a show in New Orleans, and he was hitting me like, "Son, I got something to tell you." You sitting down? I'm like, "I'm driving. What's up?" Told me he had colon cancer. Like, damn. And I'm like, "You'll beat it. You'll beat it. You know, you strongest guy I know. You'll beat it." But for a minute he did. It was a couple of years. He fought it. And, you know, he was doing good, went back on the road, doing shows, you know. After went into remission, he was good. Then it's never failed, man. I'm back on the road, about to do another show. Headed back to New Orleans, actually. He hit me on the phone. "Son, you sitting there?" Like, "Oh man, what is it?" Not in a bad way, because I don't want nothing bad to happen to my people. Like, "So I'm going into hospice." And I'm like, I already knew what that meant. That ain't good. And he's like, "I really want to see you. I really want to see you. Can you come up?" I'm like, "I'm going to get there as soon as I can." So I had to pull over at a gas station on my way to New Orleans, and I just broke down crying. He was already on the phone crying. So I'm like, ugh. That was a hard day. That was a real hard day. And I just told him, "Man, stay strong." And last thing he told me on the phone was he loved me, and if I can, come and see him. And I didn't get to make it out there. Because I didn't get to make it.
But I'm going to keep it a buck and say that, because me and William close, and he would talk to me about things that he wouldn't talk to everybody about. So even with the illness, he didn't really talk to me about that in straightforward. But I could tell he was dealing with something, you know. Just a little backstory. My dad always had digestive issues. I got digestive issues. And I think a lot of times, I think he probably put some of his issues off on that. I wish he would listen more. I was telling him, man, you're ripping and running up and down this highway. You need to get to a doctor and get checked, man. You know, we're in our 50s, man, and we got to get looked at. But when I noticed, because there was a lot of time when Wynn came home and he would have me bring him a bunch of healthy stuff out to whatever hotel or whatever he was staying at. But in all realness, I noticed he really took a dive after COVID. You know the saying is, if you had a pre-existing condition, COVID made it worse.
I think Wendell B. legacy is written in stone for many reasons. I think as a musician, and the type of musician and his style and his tone and the type of music he sang and the emotion in his music cannot be replaced. You can't. You can only, God only made one Wendell B. Like Jay-Z said, if you made Jay-Z, then try to make another, right? Right? Because can nobody claim that they made Wendell. He's self-made. I watched him market, promote, put together his album cover. I saw him produce his records with 360. I never seen somebody more self-reliant on what he wanted and making it happen, even if he didn't know how. He's gonna find a way to do it, right? As Wendell B.
What I think Wendell B's legacy should be, you should look at him as the model of independence. Here is a guy who lived the way he wanted to live, wore what he wanted to wear, drove what he wanted to drive, and he never punched anybody's clock. So his legacy should be independence and doing for yourself. What his legacy probably will be, his legacy probably will be that he gets bigger now that he's gone than he was when he was alive. And so we gotta understand, man, that people. His favorite saying was, "May the works that I've done speak for me." That was his favorite saying, and so his work is now speaking for him in a much bigger way. Shout out to Wendell B.
Wynn's legacy, man, look, it's important for me to say this, that when a person is alive and they work hard to get the attention of the industry, of the public, but when you talk about his legacy, he left an everlasting legacy. I don't ever think Wendell B. music will die. Being as a personal assistant, to me, unfortunately, when he left here, it seemed like his legacy just kicked off immediately. The calls that I received and the DJs that I tried to convince earlier in life to listen to this music, man, this guy he's the man. And just to get those calls, and you know, after after his passing, man, I didn't know he had this, I didn't know he had that. When, you know, just go to show you, when you work hard, man, you know, your truths are they come out, and his truths come out in his music.
What do I think his legacy? His legacy. When I think of Wendell, he was just a true singer, a true artist. He was one of those artists that you recognized his voice. He just had one of those just magical voices. He put you in that mind frame of the Luthers. Like, I have him in that category, just those old school singers that just knew how to make great music, classic, timeless music. Just loved all over the world, and even more importantly, just a great person. Just a wonderful person. That's how I see Wendell's legacy.
Legacy, man, so many different ways that could be attacked. So I'm gonna make an attempt. Say, of course, that smooth baritone voice is gonna live on, you know, in the hearts of people. And if I got anything to say about it, it's gonna stay in your face.
His legacy is his music. That's all I can say. His music. Because ever since I've known him, he's been singing. Whether he's working on the car, he was singing. If he was in the shower, he was singing. If you ride him down the road, he was singing. He always working on his craft. And we're gonna miss Wendell B. His music, a lot of songs that he never put out, hundreds of songs that he never even got the opportunity to put out. We love him, and we're gonna miss him.
So until then, Miss Lila, you enjoy your day. Happy birthday, baby, from Wendell B. Celebrate.
Oh my God.
Boy, did I do that? Did I do that for you?
Oh,
did your boy hook you up?
Oh,
did your boy hook
you up? Lost for
work. Your boy hooked you up, didn't he?
Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Tony. Oh, shit.
What I think I would like for the fans to know about Wendell B is, man, how much he loved his fans. I remember when we first started out, he said, Ronnie, I'm gonna change the game. And you know, we talked about it. And he said, well, listen, I want you to roll with me, man. I want you as my new manager so we can get on this road and we can do this thing. What I love about Wen and what I love about the message I'd like to get to his fans is we did a lot of traveling, you all, to get to you all.
Yeah, to all the Wendell B fans, I mean, I don't have enough time in this documentary to really extend the thanks, the warmth, just the whole, just what you guys showed Wendell B, the love that you guys showed him. It will never end. As long as you keep Wendell B in your CD player, it will never end. But I appreciate all the love. Every time you put a Wendell B CD in your music player, YouTube, Spotify, you know, all these entities that you can play music now. Anytime you turn Wendell B on, just know that we, my brothers, myself, my mom, my dad, he's deceased now, but just know that we appreciate all the love you guys have shown him. And please continue to. Please continue to play that music and think of him always. All right? I appreciate it.
Yeah, to the fans, everybody from that love Cuzzo music, Kadar, shout out to my main man Kenny. You already know, man, it ain't nothing but love, man. You showed us love from day one. Dedrick, Allen, it's crazy. Miss Stacy, every single time I see you glowing, and I love it. You know, we did some incredible things. This Cuzzo Music faction was just, you know, something that was bigger than a lot of people really realize. We put together something that we thought it was just a bunch of artists collaborating, and we came to collaborating with talent, but it really, it ended up becoming family. And then that's why we call it Cuzzo. And it was just so, it resonates like that. I'll be remiss if I don't give a shout out to our manager. You know what I'm saying? Fred Mixon, no longer here with us as well. You know what I'm saying? Just recently deceased. Another brother that taught me everything, put me on, was with Wendell with everything, man. They would do everything together. Show me leadership, brotherhood, respect, love, companionship, and how to really get it together in this music game.
What I want the fans to know is that he absolutely loved his supporters, but even more so than that, he absolutely loved family. The name of the label that they started, that I was signed to, was called Cuzzo. And the reason it was called Cuzzo was, number one, because they used to call each other Cuzzo, but number two, and more importantly, was that it was built on family. We all refer to each other as brothers and sisters. His brothers are now my brothers. I call his mama, mama. I call his aunts and uncles, aunt this and uncle that. So he was a very family-oriented person. And I'll say this in closing. If all you know about Wendell B is his music, you really don't know him at all. He was a really great dude.
I'm gonna miss my boy, Wendell, but the music gonna live on right here on Magic 93.3. I appreciate being on this documentary right here, talking about my good friend, how I met him, the music, the legacy gonna go on right here on Magic 93.3. Big shout out to my man, Mike 360, for putting this together. I love you, my little brother. That was Wendell. He called him his son. He called Wendell his pops. Hey man, nothing but love for you, brother. Good work, what you're doing. Let's keep it going. I'm DJ Godfather, man. I hope you guys enjoy this documentary. You guys take care. That right there is the boss. Goodbye, everybody.
I'm Wendell Brown's mother, Elise Brown. I want to thank all of the fans that supported my son, Wendell Brown. I keep God first in my life and keep his music going, and I love him very much.
Somebody tell me, and again and again and again and again and again. Will I ever love again?
Yo, let's bring out the skates on this one. Let's go. Yeah. We gon' rock tonight. Who we got on this one? My boy Diggy.
Throw your hands up if you the best.
Mike 360. Wendell B, come on.
This is for the homies getting dirty in the dirt. Woo. This is for the players getting money in the mid. Yeah. West Coast, East Coast, Cali out to Jersey. It really don't matter cause it is what it is. Feel good music, the universal language. I got that car so I had to do it big. I bought it full circle, back with who I came with. Wendell 360 and Big.
Throw your hands up.
Throw your hands up.
Alabama players, throw your hands up.
Throw your hands up.
All my Georgia players, throw your hands up.
Throw your hands up.
From the East Coast to the West Coast, you wanna throw your hands up if you the best coast. You just throw your hands up if you the best coast.
Hey.
Cause we gon' rock tonight.
Yo, it goes on and on. Can't stop rocking till the break of dawn. DJ gon' play this song. Pour me a shot of that Perrier. Now I'm feeling good, now I'm feeling great. Pops told me if they hate, let them hate. I got a line full of dimes, I can't wait to have a good time like Wendell the Great. Hey.
players, throw your hands up. All my Georgia players, throw your hands up. Cause we gon' rock from the East Coast to the West Coast. You wanna throw your hands up if you the best coast. You just throw your hands up if you the best coast. Cause we gon' rock them Mississippi players, throw your hands up. Alabama players, throw your hands up. All my Georgia players, throw your hands up. Cause we gon' rock from the East Coast to the West Coast. You wanna throw your hands up if you the best coast. You just throw your hands up if you the best coast. Cause we gon' rock.
We gon' rock, we gon' skate, we gon' roll with Wendell B the Great. We gon' rock, we gon' skate, we gon' roll with Wendell B the Great. We gon' rock, we gon' skate, we gon' roll with Wendell B the Great. We gon' rock, we gon' skate, we gon' roll with Wendell B the Great.
Hey, say Mississippi players, throw your hands up.
Throw your hands up.
Alabama players, throw your hands
Throw
up.
your hands up.
All my Georgia players, throw your hands
Throw
up.
your hands up. Hey.
Cause we gon' rock from the East Coast to the West Coast. You wanna throw your hands up if you the best coast. You just throw your hands up if you the best coast. Cause we gon' rock. Throw your hands up. I think I found my wife.
And the sun started shining, and my gray skies stumbled. Heaven sent me an angel, said the day that I met you, the day that I met you, stepped up, gonna make you wanna step up.